Debbie, Pat.
Welcome everybody to the Rose, Rand, Roxanne, Jan, and all of the team. We're here. Hail, hail, the gang's all here, and we care. So I'm excited and delighted to introduce our senior director, who will be introducing our special speaker of the week. Take it away, Rose.
Okay, thank you, Rock and Sand, so much for making sure that this happens every week. And I go out there and I just want to bring outstanding talent like we have tonight. Amy Homsey, I'm so excited to have her tonight. Isn't she beautiful? She was. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Amy. First of all, she told me when I asked her, she emailed me this. She said, I'm honored to be on your call this Sunday. And so I thought that was so special and so sweet. That just goes to show you what kind of heart Amy has. So this is a little bit about Amy's life. She has been in the natural health space for 30 years as a natural wellness warrior. I love helping others with their natural health journey and making a difference in their life. I have also been an entrepreneur and in direct selling industry for the past 25 years. Love this industry. It has changed my life. I will be speaking on 4 different personality types and how to talk to them about this business and how to build rapport with them. Understanding the differences in personalities will help you in your relationship as well as building your business. So welcome everyone that just came on while I was looking down at my notes. Hi, Kay. Hi, Candace. Oh, just hi, everyone. This BJ, Toddy. Oh, beautiful. Loved it. Okay, Amy, whenever you're ready, my dear, you just go ahead. And I think Sand is going to be showing some slides, right? Sand, are you here?
Actually, I'm going to be showing those slides. She is hung up with an appointment that ran late.
Okay.
And she's kind of stuck out there. So,
sure.
But I think I got what I'm supposed to share. All you got to do is tell me when I put it up on the screen what's what. So,
okay, no problem. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Rose, for inviting me. I am honored and humbled to be here. Thank you for allowing me to speak to your team. Bob and I really, really respect Rose. She's such a sweetheart, has a good heart, and wants to help everyone. So you guys have a great, great leader with Rose. And thank you again for your time. What I want to talk about tonight is the different colors of personality. And I learned this in network marketing about 15 years ago. And when I learned it, it made perfect sense. And so I like to teach it from time to time because it's a great reminder of when you're working or prospecting with new prospects or even working with your team members, their personality types, how they may see things, how they may think of things. So I think it's good to put it in perspective because as humans, we tend to look at things through our eyes only. And it's human nature. I have to do it. I do it to myself and I have to slap myself and say, nope, they're coming from a whole different stance. They are a red or they're this. So you have to look at it sometimes through other people's eyes. So, so we have 4 different personality types. We have red, yellow, blue, and green. And for those of you on the line tonight, does anyone know who Danny Johnson is? The motivation.
Yes.
Okay. Love Danny Johnson. She actually calls them personality gems. I like that much better. She has sapphire, emerald, ruby, and pearl. So we have red, yellow, blue, and green. And Rock, if you don't mind, I think the first slide, if you have it, is the brain. Do you see that one?
all right, let me go back to here. And that's this one, right?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that big enough or should I try to blow it up?
It's fine for me. Can everyone else see it?
Yeah, that's good.
It's good, Rose? Okay. All right. So what we're looking at is the 4 different colors of personalities, and everyone's brain, works a little differently. So some people, most people are visual people, but some want information. Some like the touch, the people. Others want the big picture, okay? And then some are task oriented. Again, we all fall into a different personality, but we have a dominant one. But we also, like for me, for example, I'm a little bit of all of them, but I have 2 dominant ones, and I'm going to explain that. So if you can, Rock, maybe go to the next slide.
This one?
Yes, thank you. And again, this is what I learned many years ago. The most common reason that people don't get along with others comes from a lack of understanding of why others think and act the way that they do. So we must learn to nurture our strengths and overcome our limitations. And I will tell you, network marketing is the perfect industry for that. I tell people all the time, even if you don't make any money in network marketing, the self-improvement, self-awareness, learning about people is an education in this industry, and it's well worth it. All right, well worth it. So understanding personalities is the way to grow. So we're going to go along with the next slide. And this is going to be funny because as we go through this, you're going to realize maybe what type you are, how you think. Is there a way maybe to make that just a tad bigger, Rock?
Yeah, I haven't downloaded it, but I think if I download it, then I should.
I thought
be
there
able
was
to.
an arrow, plus arrow sign. I don't know if you
Well,
can
it's
do it.
just in the email. So if I do this now, then I can plus it. Yeah.
Okay. If you can, if not, don't worry about it.
Can you see it better now?
No.
No, it's smaller. Try clicking on again. Let's look at it one more time. You may not have to download it.
Oh, I know why, because I got the wrong one. Let me okay, I got to go to a different window.
Okay, no problem.
All right, let me try this.
I like your background, by the way.
Thank you.
And look at,
Can you read that?
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll just do 2 and 2 because we can't see the
Right,
red
I'm
and
gonna
blue,
have
but
to
we'll just do 2 and 2.
I'll
So
have
we're
to
fine.
scroll, and
All
then
right,
you
that's
can
fine.
see.
Okay. All right, let's start with the yellow. By the way, 35% of the population is the yellow personality. Now, yellows are the nurturing people. They care about the people. They want a mission. All right, so we fill that mission, right, with LifeWave. They want to help people. A lot of times their occupation might be a teacher, a nurse, right? Just like the screen says, could be a preacher, could run a nonprofit. So 35% of the population, it's all about nurturing. It's all about a mission. It's all about helping people. So when you're prospecting for LifeWave, I always have to remind people of this, and myself as well. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. It's about listening. So if you listen to your prospect as you're talking to them, you will understand which one of these categories they fall into. So for example, I mean, I always prospect the same way, use the script, follow up, get them on the podcast, get them on startx39.com. But the difference is this: when I'm speaking to a yellow, someone who's in that nurturing category, I will talk more about our community, our mission, how we're helping people. That is music to their ears. So I hope that makes sense. Again, it's the same content, the same material, the same information, but I'm going to speak a little more to this because that is what they want to hear. And plus, it's true. We have all that. Everything I'm going to share with you tonight is exactly what we have. By the way, LifeWave and the X39 fits all of these personality types, so it doesn't matter. But again, if you're speaking to someone like that, that is going to be their hot button. So let's go over to the other side of the screen. We're looking at the greens. Greens are 35% of the population as well. Now, these are the analytical type. All right. By the way, and you might want to write this down, you are not going to close a green on a first time basis. Never will you close. I don't care who you are. I don't care how successful you are in sales, what position you have in this company. A green needs to be touched a few times. They are the analytical ones. It has to make sense. They have to do their research. They want the science. They want the data. So a lot of these people in the green field, their profession are attorneys, doctors, scientists, accountants, lawyers. How about this one? Engineers. Engineers think totally differently than I do. All right. So again, that is where listening comes into play. So they overthink, they want research. So you have to give them the data. You have to give them the studies. Again, I've been doing this for 30 years. I just signed up a green today. It took me 3 touches to sign him up. Okay, a red, a blue, sometimes yellow one time. A green, I had to send him more information. I sent him podcast by David Schmidt, sent him, you know, the science. So that's what they are looking for. So you might have come in to LifeWave because of a different reason, but they want facts. They want the numbers. So you have to spend a little more time, but I think this can be helpful, because if you know going into it that they're an attorney or an accountant, and again, this isn't 100%, but for the majority it is, you're going to have to spend a little more time and give them the information. So don't take it personally or get discouraged because they didn't become a preferred customer or a representative the first time you spoke to them, or the second time, or the first time they got on a podcast. They need to process it. And by the way, it has to be their idea. Okay. So we're going to go on to the reds. I'm sorry, blue. I apologize. All right. Blues are 15% of the population. They are your social people. They like the fun. They also like the community, but they are fun. They're the life of the party. They tend to talk a lot. Okay. They're creative. They make decisions usually pretty quickly. They're spontaneous. It's all about the excitement, all about the fun. Well, we have that here as well, because what we do is fun, and we have a great community, and you can make this business fun. There's so many creative things to do in LifeWave and to sell and share the X39. So they love the excitement. So when you're talking to someone with that blue personality, you want to create that excitement. Again, they're spontaneous. They usually make decisions pretty quickly. They're fun, they're creative. So those are the things you want to focus on. So, and then we're going to the reds. Reds are, again, 15% of the population. So reds are usually money motivated. Like, let's get to the point, okay? They're very direct. Let's get to the point. How do I get from point A to point B? That's what they want to know. They want to know about the money. They like competition. A lot of them, if they're a true red, want to be number one. All right, they're aggressive, they're assertive. A lot of their occupations are salespeople, CEOs, politicians. Imagine that. So athletes, etc. So they like money, they like recognition, they like to be number one. They work hard. A lot of them could be workaholics, but a lot of them like the money. So get to point A to point B with them, show them the path. Here's how you get promoted. They want to know the comp plan and how do I get promoted? Like this contest that we have going to Cancun. I was speaking to a red the other day. He says, I'm going to sign up 20 people this month. Here, what do I have to do? So here's the point system. All right. It's the top 100 people going to Cancun. What do I need to do to get there? That's all they care about. All right. So I hope that makes sense. We need reds. Reds help your business grow. But actually, we need a little bit of everyone. And that's what makes this work, because we can work together. Now, I will tell you, though, and I always think this is so funny. If you have a green personality who's more analytical, they speak slower, they want the information, they don't jump quickly. And then you have a blue who's prospecting them, and the blue is talking too much and throwing up on the green. It doesn't create a good atmosphere. So that's why if you are a blue, and you tend to speak too much instead of following the system, you have to take a step back and realize it, because if you're dealing with a green personality, you will push them away. You will push them away. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope as I'm going through this, you all realize what is your dominant personality. Again, no one is really 100%. We have a dominant one and a second one, but I'm a little bit of all of them. So again, I learned this many years ago, and it just made sense to me. And it's also good in your relationships because our kids are different too, right? So what motivates one child doesn't motivate another child. So it's good to know their personality and to know yours. So we could go ahead to the next slide, Rock.
Okay. All right, now that's probably not big enough either, huh?
There, that's good. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. So again, this isn't 100%, but it's close. So again, we're breaking it down. The reds are competitive. They're the driver. They're determined. They're strong-willed. All right. They're purposeful. They do make quick decisions. They do like challenges. Okay. The blues are more expressive. They're social. They like that social dynamic. They are the life of the party. They can motivate people. They're enthusiastic. They're demonstrative. They create excitement. Moving on to the yellows and greens. Again, the greens are analytical. Again, they're your engineers, your accountants. They're cautious. They make decisions more slowly. They're more deliberate. They question things. They focus on the facts. They value logic, okay? The yellows are encouraging. Again, they care about people. They're a little more patient, a little more relaxed. They like getting along with people. A lot of times they're the peacemaker. They're caring. And so they want to hear about the community and how this helps people. We're on a mission to save the world thing, which is a good thing. And again, what I love about this company when I was introduced to it 18 months ago is that it encompasses all of this. It truly does. And I don't think in 30 years of direct sales and being a business owner that I've seen a product or a company that actually fits all these boxes. It checked all the boxes of integrity. All these leaders, guys, in LifeWave, none of them have egos. Everyone gets along. This is about teamwork. I'm not on Rose's team, but I'm here because of teamwork. And Rose is a beautiful person and soul, and we help each other out. And other people have helped me out. And this is about giving back. And but it's just fun to do that. So I believe, Rock, that was the last slide, right?
That is correct.
Okay, now and I don't know if you could pull this up. If not, I'll just go over it. I had in the body of the email was text, and it broke it down more of the personalities. I don't know if you could pull that up. If not, it's not a big deal.
The email itself, you want me to go to?
If you can. If not, I could just go over it without you pulling it up.
Okay, can you see the email? Can you see that text?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna put my readers on though.
I'll blow it up. I'll see if I can blow it up for you too.
Okay, and all this information, if anyone wants it, Rose, you could feel free to give it out, okay? So that's not a problem. This just kind of sums up everything. And if we can't blow it up, I'll just go ahead and talk. It's okay.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can slide it or not. Yeah, it's too hard. I'm sorry.
No problem. That's okay. I'll just read it then. No problem. So breaking it down again, and please take notes, and I'm sure this is being recorded too. So the reds again are movers and shakers of the world. You won't have to tell a red what to do. They're motivated. They are motivated, okay? They're probably already doing it. They like the spotlight. Most of them have confidence. Red will have no issues directing people. They like to direct. They are competitive. When you communicate with them, when you communicate with a red personality, you also want to be direct. They want that back. They want you to be direct. You don't want to be pushy. See, with the red, they make decisions sometimes quickly, but they want to be in the driver's seat. They want to be in the driver's seat. So you don't want to be too pushy, but you want to be direct. It's important to earn their respect. Okay, you want to know their facts, know your facts. So selling to them, when you're selling, and I don't like to use the word selling because I honestly don't feel that we're salespeople. I believe we share information that will change the world and change lives. And what people do with it is entirely up to them. It's our job and our position to share this incredible product with as many people as we can. So having confidence, when you're talking to a red, you want to have confidence. All right, that's what they relate to, and that's what they respect. If you don't have that confidence, they're not going to respect it. Okay, so when you're closing the sale, you want to have confidence, and don't be afraid to ask for the sale, because they're accustomed to that. All right, they want to know what you're offering. They want you to be direct. Now the blues are the life of the party. They have a large social circle with lots of friends. They're a little more easygoing sometimes. They value fun and relationships and friends. And a blue will probably do the majority of the talking. Okay, so the blues on my team have to constantly remind them, God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen to your prospect, listen to the person you're talking to. The best way to build trust with a blue is to have a relationship with them. All right, treat them like a friend and keep conversations light and casual. Blues like to be trendy. You should try and show them what you're offering is the latest and best. By the way, it is. We have the latest in stem cell technology. So we have what's best. It's also helpful to talk about who else is using the same product or service. Be enthusiastic when you're talking to a blue. They like that excitement. All right, yellows. Yellows are the sensitive ones. They're usually soft-spoken, warm and friendly. They want to save the world. Okay, they have empathy. They're animal lovers. They love people. You don't want to be too strong with a yellow. You want to be empathetic. You want to be honest, be upfront with them, but keep it positive. You want to have a relaxed attitude when you're speaking with them, and talk about the community that we have within LifeWave and with our group. Okay, Peter and Marcy created this incredible community that we all, are fortunate to be part of. When you are selling to a yellow, again, when you're sharing this information, know the positive and feel good features. Well, we have all of that. This whole thing is feel good. Those are the selling points that will benefit them, and you have to show them that. Testimonials will work, all right? There's a saying in this industry, and I believe it, unless you're talking to a green. The facts tell, stories sell. All right, facts tell, stories sell all day long, unless you're speaking to a green. All right, so the greens are the organized ones. They need order. They don't like the chaos. They want research. Do we have research? Yes, we do. We have all the research. They value the facts. When you communicate with them, it's very important to be honest. Well, you should be honest anyway, but especially for the greens, okay? By the way, they're the only population on the planet that's always on time are the greens, okay? they're usually early. So they like boundaries and trust. All right, they don't care about all the stories per se. They want the facts. Give them the facts about your products and your services. They have to mull it over. They have to think about their decision. Also, you're not going to close them on the first time. I'm telling you, been doing this for 30 years. You're not going to close them on the first time. Their brain just operates differently. It processes differently. If anyone knows an engineer, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. And I don't know if there's any engineers on the line. I hope I'm not offending anyone. But I used to date one. So they act, they think totally differently. So, but that's it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun getting to know yourself, and it's fun getting to know everyone else. So I want to ask you all a question. If you want, you can throw it in the chat room. I want to know what everyone thinks their personality type is. I want to know their dominant one and their second one, the secondary one. Does anyone know?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead, Rock.
I am both red and I think blue is the fun one, right?
Yep, outgoing, social.
Yeah, yeah. So I got this combination of both, but you know, the exciting news for me many years ago, because I did learn this through network marketing and the system that we had of teaching us these different personalities, is you're not stuck with the personality you are. So you don't have to say, oh gee, I'm this horrible person because I'm this or that. No, you can learn how to diversify your personality. And really, I think ultimately what we're all shooting for is to have a little bit of all of it and be able to know when to come in and out of our strengths and weaknesses in a smooth and very, how should I say, likable way. And, you know, we were taught How to Win Friends and Influence People was one of the best books that would show us how to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great point. You're exactly right. And hasn't it been helpful to you knowing what you are?
I'm completely different than what I was in my 20s.
Me too.
And I think I got a little better in my 30s and a little better in my 40s. And I'm hoping now in my 50s, I'm my better best. And, but I'm still working on it. You know, I mean, there are times that red comes out and wants to remove flies from people's foreheads with axes. And, you know, that's a very, very hard thing to stop when you're an intense person, you know?
Yes. And I agree with you. We do kind of change, because I was different when I was in my 20s. Now that I'm in my 50s and older and wiser and experienced a lot of things in life, my personality is much stronger than it used to be. And I will tell you, network marketing has made me grow as a person like nothing else. And I used to be, believe it or not, a real shy, quiet, introverted person. And network marketing just made me blossom. And I'm so thankful for this industry. You have no idea. It changed my whole life, and I'm very passionate about it. But I love that everyone put everything in here. So, all right, we have green, red, and green, and she's always early. There you go. Green and red, more yellow and green, green and red, blue and yellow. Awesome. Rose, did you put yours in there? I think Rose is yellow. I know yellow's in there.
Well, it's interesting. I kind of like a butterfly. I can blend in with the personality types because I have
Like a chameleon.
Yeah, like a chameleon. And I too we have studied at Danny Johnson. And I know if I'm talking with a pearl, I can be very laid back and just kind of calm and be with them. And then if I'm with a strong person, and I experienced this not too long ago, somebody brought me on a three-way and I had to kick in some red. And I did it. And,
you have it in you, my dear. You have it in you.
Yeah, great Grammy has it here. So yeah, but I also too need some details, so I can be a green. And that when I first started with LifeWave, well, I was just recovering. I had been so sick, but I needed to get my feet on the ground. I needed to understand things, and I kept trying to understand the comp plan, and I couldn't. And I felt stuck that I couldn't move forward. And I thought, forget it. I'm just going to share how it helped me. And I moved forward. So I kind of can be all things. So
yes.
I know that's a possibility.
And that's a great trait, because it will come in handy for sure. And go ahead.
And I like to have fun. That's why I created this podcast. It's a secret. Every week who's going to be on and what they're going to teach. It's going to be fun. I'm gonna keep everyone guessing.
Rose
There you
is
go.
Rose is a blue primarily.
Oh, okay.
She Danny Johnson she's a sapphire. She loves to have fun, and she loves to talk. And there's all.
Yeah.
Whereas her mate is a green.
Opposites attract, my dear.
Yeah.
Her mate needs order, although you wouldn't know it by looking around here. But anyway, facts are important. Boundaries. I thought it was interesting. I'm always saying to Rose, okay, we're late now. Next time we're going to leave a half hour earlier. And,
Yes.
so we've lived with these things, and
Yes.
we've had fun with them, and we've learned about each other and about ourselves. There's another advantage of this: you learn about yourself. And so you learn why you act the way you do.
Absolutely.
And so you learn why you need to change some things.
You're exactly right. And every personality type has strengths and weaknesses.
Mhm.
Just like
Yes.
we all have strengths and our weaknesses. And to your point, in this business and in life in general, it's good to know your strengths, but it's also good to recognize and acknowledge where you're weak. And that's one thing I've learned over the years. And I try to improve where I'm weak. I don't like that I'm weak, but I try and improve it. So that might give you a good indication what I am. In fact, what do you guys think I am? My first two. This is always fun.
I think
Pearl.
you're a yellow.
Yeah. Pearl.
A yellow
Danny Johnson Pearl.
and a blue.
Now I'm a red and a yellow.
Oh, okay. A red and a yellow.
Which is kind of ironic because they usually don't go together.
Yeah.
So I'm not a true red where, I have to be number one. I'm going to step on anyone to get ahead. I'm not that competitive, but I am assertive, aggressive. I am competitive. I am direct. But I balance it with the yellow because I care about people and I do want to save the world and I try to fix everyone. So I'm running yellow. Then I am green. I like to know why. I do overthink things sometimes. And then I'm blue. But when I'm in business, I'm not really the blue so much. In my personal life, I'm more blue. But when I'm in business, I'm more serious, if that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm a little bit of everything, and I'm kind of like you, Rose. I can be a chameleon. I can get along with all the personality types. I've learned to adapt to them and still be true to myself. And that's the thing. You still have to be genuine and true to yourself. Don't ever pretend or act like you're something else because you're talking. If you're one color personality, you're talking to a different, don't try and be like them if you're not. Just understand it, but talk on their language so you have better communication. So
Would you agree that in that case, they usually can tell that you're being fake and they see right through it anyway?
no, because the thing is not to be fake. Like, for example, the gentleman I spoke to today, the third time, and then finally signed him up, I was talking to him and I'm excited about the testimonials. I love stories. I get teary-eyed. I get goosebumps. I'm very emotional and a passionate person. So I love the stories. I mean, the science, I just had to hear it once and it made sense. And I keep it simple. Do not complicate it. And by the way, folks, you don't have to know everything about this product, everything about this technology, everything about this marketing plan to make money.
Right.
Now, I know if you're a green, that's hard to understand. And I just talked about this on our training call a couple weeks ago. Trust me when I say this, you don't have to know every single solitary thing about this product or how it works to make money. But the analytical personality types, they have to. So this gentleman I was speaking to is more analytical, so he kept asking me all these scientific questions. So I answered most of them, and then I was talking more about the testimonials, and he's like, he goes, that sounds good, but he didn't want that. So I had to step back and do what I practice, what I preach. I had to listen. So I sent him a webinar that was on YouTube of David Schmidt talking about the science of the product. All right. So again, I was passionate about something else, and I was trying, you know, to push that on him, and he didn't want that. But, and I told him, I said, hey, we're good. I'm going to find you something. I'm sorry. I love the story. So I just told him, I'm just real and just talk to people like they are my friend and just be myself. I said, I'm really excited about these stories. You won't believe this, and this is what it's done for me. But with that being said, you still have to listen and provide them the information that they're desiring. So.
Yeah, and I didn't mean you specifically being fake. I was saying, people in general, if they come out trying to be something that they're not,
right,
which is the hard part, I think, when we're learning to be that chameleon or to adapt to different people, and growing in that area, it's really, it can be challenging for some people to be authentic. And I think that's what we really ultimately, at the end of the day, like you said, be true to yourself.
You're exactly right. Do not try and fake it. People will know. And I haven't really found anyone in this company yet that does that. Okay. I mean, you've been in network marketing, Rock, for a long time as well. So there's a lot of companies out there. It's all about the rah-rah. It's all about the hype. I don't like that. I never did like that. I like excitement. I love the testimonials, but I don't want BS, excuse my French. I don't want things exaggerated. I don't want the rah-rah. I don't want the hype. I want substance. I want substance. I want integrity. I want the product to work. I never sell anything unless I use it myself. I have to use it, I have to get a result, and then I will shout it to the mountaintops and take everyone with me that is open and willing to go.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Love it.
Anyone else want to share? Unmute yourself.
Oh, I
wanna
see a
share
question
what
if
you
you
think
don't
you are?
mind. Can I answer a question, Rose? So Gigi is saying, what would you categorize a pilot? I would say analytical, agreeing.
Where is she?
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay.
You are welcome. And again, this isn't like 100% of the time. There are some differences, but for the most part,
Who's that person?
this is going to be true, but there are some exceptions. Okay.
Yeah, I really don't know him, but he was very interested, and I was trying to figure out how to approach him.
Right. Well, always send startx39.com because it has the testimonials and the science. So you cover a lot of bases there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you
Anyone else
agree-
want? Yeah, go ahead.
Would you agree, Amy, that a lot of people that are in relationships, it usually is the opposites, that you end up having as the significant other, spouse type
Yes.
person?
Yeah. My
Okay.
husband is a green, but he's also red though too. He's been entrepreneurial his whole life, and he's very athletic. He likes sports, but he's very analytical as well. He's more analytical than I am. I'm analytical and think about things in certain areas of my life, but this was an easy decision for me. On the 4th day, I got a result. I saw one video, I'm in. What do I have to lose? Right? So I didn't have to overthink this or stay up all night, or worry about it, or no, this made sense to me. So I've never been analytical about the businesses I've joined, because again, I try the product usually first. Who brought it to me, if they have integrity, right? I want to know who's behind the company. So the person who brought this to me has integrity, and I respect her as a human being and as a business person. So that was number one. I got results on the 4th day. I watched one video and I just looked at it like, stem cell activation, are you kidding me? No one else has this. And to me, it's the 20-year patent. We're in 81 countries. We're a 17-year-old established company. We have a hot, sexy product that everybody needs. Everyone's heard of stem cells. It's advertised on TV, the radio, the newspaper every flipping day. We're not trying to sell them this herb from the Amazon that no one's ever freaking heard of. So to me, all that just made perfect business sense and common sense. So I jumped right in, but that's me. And I thought, you know what? What if it works? What if it works?
Amy, is the word frickin' the LifeWave term? I haven't seen it in LifeWave documents or anything, but maybe I missed it.
I'm sorry, the Italian's coming out at me. I'm getting all passionate. Sorry.
I thought it was Polish because when I talk like that, it's Polish.
I am part Polish too, though, so it could be either
Okay,
or.
that's it. It's the Polish in us girls. Yeah, the other
Amy,
thing,
if
Rick,
you,
go ahead,
I'm
Rock.
sorry. If you wouldn't mind, Amy, I think a lot of people don't really understand what presidential director is and where that is in the compensation plan. There's a lot of new people that we have, and even some of the people that have been involved for several months on my team, they still struggle with understanding compensation. I wanted you to be able to relate in building up from what you were just talking about, that brand new person, why you made the decision, in building up from that brand new person to getting to a presidential director level and dealing with all these personalities that you do deal with along the way. Can you kind of explain that journey and kind of what that looks like?
Sure. Well, obviously the first step, and we just taught this the other night, manager is key. You have to get to manager and then help other people get to manager. And it's just simply duplicating that process over and over again. And being in this industry as long as I have been, I've been in the industry since I was 25 and I'm 55. And some of these compensation plans are complicated and you have to jump through hoops and you have to have all these balls in the air over here or you don't get paid, right, Rock? So this was probably one of the most simplistic plans I've ever seen. But it is work, guys, okay? It is work, it's effort and it's work. But the system we have in place with the podcast, the leadership, the StartX39, StartX39biz.com, utilize those tools, run this track that's been laid out for you. Do not reinvent any wheels. There's no need to. But the key is to get to manager and then help produce managers and then get to director. But Bob Campbell's my business partner, and our philosophy has always been build a strong foundation. So most of our time is helping our team. All right, now you still need to personally refer, obviously, and we need to get back to doing that because there's a balance. There's a balance of helping your team. And then you also have to bring in new blood. And I talk about that all the time. You always need new blood, fresh blood. So you have to find that balance but we do spend the majority of our time helping our team. But get to manager. If you're brand new on this line, get to manager. How do you get to manager? 2 silvers on your left, 2 silvers on your right. You have to be a gold or above. Everyone has to be active. Do that. If you get to manager, you are above average in network marketing. You are above average in network marketing in any company. So if you are a manager, you need to pat yourself on the back because that is quite a feat to accomplish. But now reach your hand out and help those other people that want to become manager and solidify that so you become director. And then after that, it's volume. After you get to senior director, it's pure volume. So presidential director is second to the top, and you have to have 100,000 points or volume. So 100,000 in volume. So it's a lot of volume. So I think we have 3,700 people on the team.
So the points per dollar ratio, so when you say 100,000 in volume, about how much is that in cash? And you're talking monthly, or you're talking just overall? How does that work?
Well, as you know, we get paid weekly, and presidential directors can make, I mean, it's a wide, a wide span, but it opens up the cycling bonuses big time. So it opens up the cycling bonuses, and I don't have it in front of me, but it's like $12,500 a week. Now, does that mean everyone is a presidential director making that? No, but that is the potential, and that's just on the cycling bonuses. That does not include the product introduction bonuses when people come in as a silver or gold or above. It also doesn't include the 25% match, 20% match, and the 20% match on the third level or your customers. So in the second month of joining here, I've been here for 18 months, I started making 4 figures a week in the close to the second month. And honestly, I don't really work this full time. I mean, I work it a lot, but I don't work it full time. I have a family. I have a granddaughter that I like to spend time with. So my family is very important to me. And for me, it's really not the money. It's more about the freedom. I love having the flexibility and the freedom to do what I want to do when I want to do it. Does that make sense? I wake up when I'm done sleeping. So I like that. I'm going on a trip at the end of the month. I don't have to ask someone, can I go on a vacation?
Yeah, I love that. You know, our team has talked a lot about the health over and over and over. And it seemed like for the first several months, it was this health, 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 health. And I personally know I was motivated by the money, although I had a great testimony the first day, you know, on the health. But, you know, to do something and take your time away from other things that you're already committed to, there has to be that incentive. And, you know, $1,000 a week is respectable, you know, or more, like you're saying. So I can see that 4-figure, you know, being something that would, for most professionals, it would get their attention. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so I think that's really cool. So the cycling bonuses, can you just kind of explain that? Because I know a lot of people on our team also don't really understand the cycling. So, you know, you're saying that's when it really takes off. Like it really jumped when you got to that presidential level. And specifically the question I was asking actually in that was, so if it's 100,000 points, how much money is that? Point per dollar ratio, so to speak. For the analytical people now, you know, that you said, which would be the greens, right?
Right. Well, you know, the points can fluctuate. So as you know, with LifeWave, we get paid weekly. So the points are weekly. So some weeks it's 100,000 points, some weeks it's 150 points, 150,000 points. So it does vary. Being a presidential director, someone can make 12,000 a month to 20,000 a month. So that could be the span.
At entry level, just
yes.
Coming in, you're saying, yeah, okay.
Yes, you know, it's close to 12. You know, it could be 11 something, but it's good money. But honestly, I don't talk about the money. The only time I talk about the money or the comp plan is when I'm talking to a true red. This is just me personally. I've always led with the product because I like the fact that we can do that with this, because I haven't seen one person that has used this product for at least 90 days where they do not get a result. All right. So I'm impressed by that. So I like to lead with the product, but if I am talking to someone who wants to know the numbers, then by all means, I'm going to give them that information.
Excellent. Yeah. My first conversation with ONYX, I asked her and she just forthright told me, and I was like, I almost fell off my chair. I was like, wow. And that's what I needed to know. It was like, I already had the results from taking the product. I was totally sold on all those points that you said that were important. But man, show me the money, Jerry Maguire, right? Show me the money.
Right. That's the red. That's the red. I mean, I kind of wanted to know the money too, but I was already impressed with the product and the results. So, and because I've had numerous health issues in my life, and I've also practiced natural health for 30 years, so I'm quite knowledgeable with supplements in the body and different things. I've always turned to natural health modalities to help myself and my family. So I was already sold on that. So it looks like we have a question from Kathy. How do you manage incoming calls all the time? Sometimes it gets a little hairy. And are there times you do not take calls? So what we tell the team, it's usually best to text us first if you can, give us a heads up. But if you can call us, we will always call you back. So, but if someone's setting up three-way phone calls, I like to put that on my calendar. I have several notebooks. I have several calendars. I like to, hey, by the way, I'm going to follow up with Sally on Monday. What times are you available, Amy? And then I'll give 2 or 3 different times, and then we try and coordinate that way. But I've also had reps just call me out of the blue, happen to be available, let's get it done right now. I prefer to have it scheduled if possible, but if not, and I'm available, that's okay. I've done 3 ways at the grocery store. I've done them, while I was getting my hair done. So, I can be adaptable as well. And then do you suggest availability times? Yeah, that's why if someone does have a 3-way or follow up, let's just try and get it on the calendar. Let's look at different times. Is Thursday or Friday better for you? Is morning or afternoon better for you? When you're dealing with people, it's always good to give them 2 choices. Because if you say, oh, Wednesday night, let's do Wednesday night. Oh, well, I go to church on Wednesday night. Oh, I bowl on Wednesday night. Is Wednesday or Thursday better for you? Oh, I bowl on Wednesday night. How about Thursday? Awesome. Is 4 or 7 best? So I always give people 2 choices. But yeah, it's best if someone texts me or calls me ahead of time, we try and set it up. So I hope that answers your question, Kathy. And yeah, sometimes some days do get a little hectic. We have a large team, a lot of people calling, but it's all good. And some days, I sneak away for an hour or 2 because we all need that downtime. We all need that family time. And I learned the hard way that you need to take that. You need to have balance. I know I need my mental health day, or I go for a walk. I try and walk every day, and that's my downtime. So please try and find some balance or what you need to do. So. Is that
Yeah.
okay, Kathy? You need anything else?
That's good. That helps. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else have questions for Amy? Or want to
Yeah, there's
share what
another-
colors you are?
There's another one in the chat. I believe right now who's been using X-ray-9 coming up on 3 months. Initially, she had great pain, really for days for 3 days. She's having increased pain. Something else going on. I can't see the whole message. Okay, so for 3 months.
Hi, Amy. So it's Gigi.
Okay.
So she's been using the X39 for about 3 months. And just in and she had great pain relief in her knees where she has arthritis. And in the last few days, I'm going to say since Friday, she's had so much pain in one of her knees that she went back to the doctor, who said it was now bursitis, and he told her to ice it, elevate it, and take Advil.
Okay. So a couple
things
could be going on. One, and this happened to me, and my story is I have herniations in my neck and my back from multiple car accidents, and I have a condition called fibromyalgia. So I've had chronic pain for 30 years. So the first month on this product, I felt amazing, amazing. One day I woke up, I felt like a train hit me. I was sore all over. I was exhausted. I went through a detox or retracing. So based on what you told me, that could be happening. So sometimes, and I'm not a medical doctor, so, but I've seen it over and over again. 2 things could be happening. One, she was feeling better and she overdid it. That happens too. People start feeling better and then they go out and do things they shouldn't do, or they're standing longer.
That's what I thought.
So it could be that, or she could be retracing. And sometimes before you get better, you have to go through the pain. So, and I know we say this all the time, but it's true. The garbage has to go out first. So let's say you're remodeling your kitchen. You got to take the old cabinets out, the countertops, the floors, right? Get all the old stuff out and then rebuild and put in the new stuff. So she could be retracing, and it could be healing, but there might be some pain in the meantime, or she overdid it, which is quite common because I've done that myself with my back. I was feeling so awesome. We took our 5-year-old granddaughter to the park. I haven't played baseball in eons, and I was feeling so juiced and so excited. I'm out there hitting this ball and I'm like killing it. The next day I was like in so much pain, but so that was the red in me. I got all excited and had to show everyone what I used to do and what I used to have. But so a lot of people do overdo it, and it's human nature. We start feeling good, and you still have to be careful. I would tell her to get on the Eon patch for inflammation. I will tell you from personal experience, the Eon and the X39 together are amazing. Everyone has inflammation. Our diets, our stress level, all of that attacks the body, and we're full of inflammation. And they work so well synergistically. I would get her on the Aeon as well as the X39. And it could be just a temporary thing where it's in there working and repairing, and she'll come through the other side, or she overdid it. I would just have a conversation with her and ask her, hey, did you do anything differently?
Okay, thank you.
That's what I would do. Doug wants to know about retracing. Retracing is, and this is what I've learned and what Marcy talks about. It's like your body going through the pain or whatever your ailment was to get to the other side. So a lot of times you can feel good for the first week or two or month or whatever. In my case, it was 30 days. And then shortly after that, my body was detoxing. I was in pain. I was lethargic. So that was retracing. And I listened to my body for once. I'm getting a little smarter in my old age. And I rested, and I drank more water, and I just kind of took it easy. And I didn't have that guilt trip, because I'm one of those people who go, 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 doing 5 things at once. And it's hard for me to sit down and not do anything. So, but I had to, and after 2 days, I was fine again. So listen to your body.
Yeah, and I see Toddy talks about their Huron's law.
Yeah.
Do you know, do you know about that, Amy?
Not that per se, but I've heard similar things. There's another term for it. I excuse me, I can't think of it out right now, but yes, you will go back to the symptoms starting last to first as you're healing. And that happens a lot with natural products or detoxing. And again, we are all full of toxins, guys. We are all full of it. As careful as we are and as knowledgeable as we are, I mean, I try and drink the right water, eat healthy, organic, do all this, but they're everywhere in the air. Our computers are bad for us. Our cell phones are bad for us. The foods we eat, on and on and on. That's why this product is so vital and important in today's world.
Okay.
Can you explain partnerships? I know there's a couple different partnerships. And if it's personal, that's fine. You don't have to share that. But I know there's a couple people that are together that are not married or they're not brother and sister or sister and sister or brother and brother. So how does that develop? And, because I don't have any of those on my team at this time. But if anybody ever asked, I'd kind of like to know how to explain it.
Well, I think everyone might approach it differently, Rock. I do have a business partner, Bob. We've been business partners for 20 some years. So we have a position together, we work it together. And we're best friends as well. Not everyone can be a partner. Okay. So I wouldn't encourage it. For most people, it doesn't work out in business, right? But for Bob and I, it does work because we do have different personalities. So he's more blue. And for those of you who know him, he's a blue. So I do different things in the business that he does, vice versa. But we do a lot of the same things as well. But we just have an agreement and we split everything 50-50. So, but with that being said, it's like any other relationship, just like a marriage. So some weeks or some days, one spouse is given more than the other spouse, right? The other spouse might be ill or having a bad week or something's going on. So the other person has to step up, right? So it's the same way in our relationship. Some days I'm doing more, some days he's doing more. Don't tell him, but most of the time I'm doing more. No, I'm teasing. But anyway, but I do more of the social media stuff. I do more on the natural health stuff because that's more my background. But so every relationship and partnership is different. Again, I don't suggest it for most people because it doesn't work out. But but it works out for us and it works out for the team. And because we do have different personalities, we have some team members that exclusively call me, some members, not all the time, but for the most part, are they exclusively call Bob. Most people call either one of us, but we can adapt. I'm probably better at talking to the greens because Bob's a true blue. So, but yeah, we bounce off of each other. So it works well. But remember, you have to split the money. So
Yeah, that is a part of it. The national statistics, you're absolutely right on in saying that that it is the most difficult business model, much more than a corporation, whether it be LLC or full C or S Corp. Definitely a partnership is the hardest type of business to make it in.
yes, we did incorporate as well, though. We recently have done that. So, but yeah, I mean, again, for the most part, I wouldn't do it, but it's personal preference, guys, whatever you want to do.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And you'll find Bob and I are both real people. We just say it like it is. We're very, very, very real. So, and genuine. We truly have hearts to care about people. Again, we just have different personalities and different styles.
Well, this has been awesome, Amy. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. And I know that everybody has taken away some valuable information and they're going to be able to listen for that personality type, see if someone's a red, a green, or blue, or a yellow. And if they would like the recording of this, I know it's been recorded. Rock and Sand can forward that on. And people
I would
can
like
read
it too, Rose, if I can, okay?
Oh, absolutely, for sure. You'll be first on the list.
Awesome. Well, real quickly, there's a couple questions, so I don't want to forget these people. So Kathy, Eon and X39 and the point of pain pitch. Yeah, you can put it on the point of pain. Or what I do, and again, a lot of times move the patches around, everyone is different. I typically wear my X39 during the day, then I put the Eon on at night. So I'll put take off the X39, I'll put the Eon on the back of my neck, or if I'm having an issue somewhere, I'll put it there. But you could also put them on together or next to one another, or on either on the back of the neck, put one, put the other one below the belly button, or put them both on the spot, the pain spot. Mm-hmm. And Amy, can you send us the email? Sure. Let me screenshot this for Gary, and I'll be happy to do that. Or Rose, you could do it. Either one of us can do it.
Sure, absolutely. Okay. So let's see. Is Sand available? Rock, she was going to go over announcements.
She is on with her phone. I don't know if she's able to say anything or not. Are you there, Sand? Okay.
Well, I'll just share in the newsletter that came out from LifeWave on October 6th. At the very bottom of the newsletter is an event that is taking place in Scottsdale, Arizona. And there are going to be 2 presidential directors that are going to be facilitating the event. And one is Dr. Nichols, and I can't recall the other person. But I know Dr. Nichols, he's very well versed in the patches. He was a chiropractor in Peoria, Arizona for several years and had health transformations. And he just started patching his clients. And I don't believe he works in the practice of being a chiropractor anymore. So he's going to be having a 4-hour presentation on the 23rd. If you know anyone in the greater Phoenix area, be a great opportunity. He's going to educate first. And then if somebody wants to stay for the second half to learn the business aspect, that will be available too. But it is on the email, LifeWave newsletter email that came out October 6th, and that's where you can register. And also convention, registration for convention is getting closer and closer to the deadline. So it's, if you're planning on going or you just want to watch it from home, that's fine too, whatever's going to work for you. And there we go, there's the newsletter. So thank you, Rock. And
That's that contest. isn't
right,
it?
this is the contest that's going on. It started this on October 4th and it goes through January. So who wants to go to Cancun?
Woohoo! Yeah.
January 3rd. goes to
Yes,
January 3rd.
yes. And so we have a few months to earn the points, but to get started sooner than later will eliminate stress. So let's, what do they say? Let's put the pedal to the metal or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's get some rubies going here. And let's take our sweeties to the Cancun. I know Randy wants to go. He's always wanted to go to Cancun, so I better get busy. Yeah, so this is how you earn the points, and it's pretty easy to earn points. I mean, customers ordering every month, they're upgrading or bringing in new people. I mean, the points are just racking up and racking up. So,
And everybody
Anyways.
should have gotten this in their emails.
Mhm.
yes.
This was sent to everybody from LifeWave. So if you're not getting emails on all the announcements that she just mentioned, definitely let us know ASAP so we can make sure that you are getting all the correspondences.
Yes, absolutely.
I have
Rose, may I say one more thing?
Absolutely, Amy.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of close with this, and I tell the team this all the time, and I believe this is true. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. So I don't care what personality type you're speaking with, show them that you care and be genuine. Now the greens want to know what you know, they want the facts, but they also want to know that you care. And some will and some won't, and that's okay, folks. You could have all the answers and provide all the information, do everything right, and some people just won't be interested. And the key in this business is not to take it personally. Do not take it personally. We have no idea what that person's going through. You don't know their home life, or if they have health issues or financial issues or stresses. People are stressed to the max today, right? Look at what's going on in the world. And we don't want to go down that road because I'll be on it for 2 hours ranting. But anyway, so keep that in mind. Do not take it personally. And just because they say no today doesn't mean 3 months or 6 months or a year down the road that they won't be open to this. I've had that happen over and over again. People, oh yeah, by the way, now's the time. Or now they're sick, or now they got hurt. Oh, by the way, what was that thing about the stem cell patch you were telling me about 6 months ago? So a lot of it is timing. So don't give up. Plant those seeds every single day. That's all you're doing is planting seeds.
Good point.
Yep. That's an excellent point, Amy, because I can tell you when we first introduced to the patches that we put our first patch on March 3rd of 2020, I shared with some people that live in our 55 plus resort here. And one lady has asthma real bad, and she was in and out of emergency rooms and inhalers, and she's got heart problems and on. And I shared with her about the patches. Well, they ended up moving to Apache Junction because the air is better there, and she was still having issues. Meanwhile, over these months, I would send her maybe a new testimony on somebody with a heart issue or, you know, any of her issues she was dealing with. And she would say, thank you, sweetie, for keeping me informed. I'm just not ready. Or the doctor put me on a new heart pill. I don't want to try anything right now. And I said, you know what? That's perfectly okay, Sharon. You don't have to. I just want you to know I'm here for you. So when you are ready, you know, you're going to be equipped with information I've been sending you. And so again, this year, the same thing this year. And all of a sudden, she texted me about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. And she said, are you still doing that product? And I said, absolutely. I said, there are thousands of lives being changed. I'm so excited. How are you and Randy doing? I said, we are doing wonderfully. Thank you for asking. She said, I'm ready. A year and a half later, she came in with the silver. She just texted me 2 days ago. She said, Rose, God bless you for not giving up on me. She said, she has a nebulizer, and she said, when I do the nebulizer every morning now, the phlegm is very light in color. I know the mucus and the phlegm I'm healing, I'm getting better. She said, I can breathe deeper. And she said, I'm just feeling better overall. And this is 2 to 3 weeks, and she's waited a year and a half. So it was all about timing. And so again, if somebody's not ready, that's okay. They're not ready. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. And so whenever they consider their health important enough, they'll reach out to you. But don't give up on them. Keep them in the emails. Keep them in the loop. You know, and just
Unless I tell you not to.
right. If they tell you to get lost, then do that.
Right. You have to respect that. Right. And just one more thing. And this is a small percentage of the people, but I've also noticed working in natural health for 30 years, some people don't want to get better. Some people don't want to get fixed. Okay. I don't understand that because having health issues a lot of my life and having pain, that was what I wanted. If one thing didn't work, I wanted something else. If that didn't work, I was looking for something else. But some people, that's how they get their attention. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a small percentage of the people. So that also comes into play. That's there's a word for it, it's escaping me at the moment. But some people just don't want to get help. They like to live in their misery. And suffer, and that's where they get their attention. But most people do want to get help. Let's go out there on this mission and patch as many people as we can. But if the timing isn't right, don't give up. Drip on them like Rose did. Respectfully drip on them. Keep them in the loop. But there's 7 billion people on this planet. Next. Okay, next.
I have a quick question. I put it in the thing. I was trying to make sure a preferred customer has the newsletter going to him, and I couldn't find the place. I couldn't get to it to make sure he's on the newsletter for a preferred customer. It's not the back office clear enough.
I don't know if
I don't think they don't get the same newsletters we do.
no, right. And they don't have access to promotions, and they don't have a website. So that's one of the advantages of being a partner with you, Kathy. Maybe they want to consider that now.
Yeah, okay, that's clear. That's
They might get an email like when the company does their promos, like buy 2 get 1 free. They probably get that when the promotions are for the customers as well, because some of them are not. So they probably get that, Kathy, but they're not going to get newsletters like you and I would get.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay. Well, again, everybody, thank you for coming on tonight. And I know it was outstandingly very valuable, and we took copious notes, and it was a great refresher for me.
We took a lot of notes too.
So let's everybody unmute ourselves and make some noise and thank Amy, Presidential
Thank you,
Director.
Amy.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye,
Thank you, Amy
everybody.
and Rose.
Thank you, Rose and Randy.
Thank you, Rose, and everyone for putting this together. And hey, we're all one team. Let's go out there and help each other. And I can't wait to see you all at convention.
Yeah, it's
Amen.
gonna be great.
Amen to that.
We can
Okey-doke.
actually hug. We're in
Yes.
Florida. Hey, we're in Florida. We can hug.
Yes.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't wait to meet you.
Thank you, Rose.
All
Veronique
right,
here.
guys.
You're
Thank
so
you so much.
welcome.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, all.
Love y'all.
Love you. Yes, abundantly.
It fades away.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Rose.
Oh, you're so
Who
welcome.
said
Who said that?
Veronique here. That's Veronique.
Oh, hi, Veronique. Love
Hi.
talking to you today, my dear. Thank you for
Thank
calling
you.
me.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a
We're
great night.
locking arms. We got our 3 ways tomorrow.
Yes, yes.
Okie
Thank you.
dokie. Bye-bye, my
Okay,
dear.
good night.
Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Good night.